Hello all. So today we have Anshul Gupta with us. All right, Anshul, that we'll directly jump to the questions which we have for you today. So Anshul, would you mind sharing your journey of not being an IITn?
Life gives you lemon, but you have to make sure that you're making lemonade out of it. And for my journey not being an ITN, it was a tough one. It was a tough call because um, when I got to know that I have been selected in IIT Kharagpur for an information security branch in MTech, but I have to stay back because there were a few family responsibilities that I have to take care of my parents, of some personal agenda that was there. So it was a little challenging. It was a little depressing, but then a moment came into my heart, or you can say actually the head was saying everything at that moment, and it was like you are passionate about teaching, and if you want to teach, it's not just about a degree; it's about the knowledge that you want to impart. So from day one, I was very passionate about teaching from my engineering days. So I thought if I can do a degree from any of the college which is into core domain, my life can be on the same track. And that journey then went into NMIMS. I started my career with NMIMS as an assistant professor. And next to my cabin, there were IITs. So it was something that was an achievement for me, but it was a difficult achievement because you have to struggle a lot because you're not in IT, and as soon as you sit in an interview they ask you a lot of questions. So this was a question that was asked to me as well after seeing my gate percentile, that you have scored so good gate percentile, why you did your degree from a state university. So it was a setback, but how you handle those setback is actually important. And at some point in time, it's not just about being IT, it's about how do you perceive the knowledge and how do you convey that knowledge if you want to become a teacher.
Great, great. So Anshul, we would like to know what are you doing these days?
So nowadays it's more about teaching, consultancy, and corporate training. So I love teaching, as you know, and I'm teaching with ISM. It's a school of management and entrepreneurship, and I'm teaching over there machine learning and other subjects related to analytics. I've consulted a lot of projects with Fortune 500 companies and recently completed a 90 hours training with PNB MetLife Insurance that was more related to data science. But in and out, if you will see, my whole day is around kids only, around students, because working on different projects, asking them about their actual life. Because I believe in the concept of Guru Shishya Padati. If you know that concept of the whole Gurukul that was there initially in ancient India, a student is not just for the sake of learning over there for the academic content. He is there to actually take guidance for you from you for the whole life journey. So there has to be always a good connection between a student and a professor, not in just not in terms of the academic content, but as well as there has to be a link where even if a student is feeling depressed, he can just call you up and say, "Oh, sir, I'm facing this problem. Can you be my friend at that moment?" So that's a thing that I'm looking forward to all the time. That's my job.
You mentioned that you train lot of corporate people. So if I am not wrong, corporate people, I mean, they might be more than 15 to 20 years of experience. Uh, do you have any particular experience training corporate employees?
Yes, for sure. Recently, when I was with PNB MetLife Insurance, I was doing my corporate training. I was actually training people who were from IIM Ahmedabad, who were chartered accountants, hardcore chartered accountants with 20 plus years of experience. The only trigger that comes in while training these kind of people, because they are elder than you, they have a lot more experience than you, is they don't accept you as easily as possible because they think, oh, he's a kid, he's not going to teach us something really good. But as we know, the data science is an evolving field, and I always call myself a life student of data science. uh, to connect the dots with their real life problem and to actually solve that real life problem using data science was important. So from day one, it's not about me creating my impact by using just the academic content or the hardcore algorithms. It's about how do you connect to a speaker or a trainer. It's the connection between the speaker and the trainer on different levels. So that usually happens when you try to actually trigger that thought that yes, this is the place where you don't know something. So if someone thinks that I know each and everything, why should I learn from Anshul? Then it's a battle kind of situation for me, because I have to make sure that they have that trigger in their mind. Oh, this is something new. This is something interesting. Maybe he can help us out. So corporate training is not just like it's not like a one-way communication, it's a two-way communication. So we have to make sure that we are understanding their problems before we are delivering something.
Absolutely. So, Anshul, would you like to explain data science for the people who don't know data science, maybe in a minute?
Data science is nothing. It was always there with us from ancient years. It's just playing around with numbers. So it's simple. When you say that XYZ building is of a very good height, and when you say that that building has these many number of floors, or it's these many meters of height, it gives you a little bit of push to your thoughts because you're including a number. So when we say, if you remember, if you've heard about Hanuman Chalisa, there is a doha in Hanuman Chalisa which was in Sanskrit, okay, and that doha was the calculation of the distance from Earth to Sun, and that was ancient. Okay, so when you involve some kind of data where you say that Hanumanji traveled from this position to this position in these many lapses, okay, that actually terms as a data science. Yes, we can find out important information using data. We can know who is going to be my customer in next 10 days, whether he's going to buy this particular product or not. How should I reduce the employee churn rate? How should I make sure that my employee satisfaction or the engagement rate is really high? All these data points can be captured, but what matters is as soon as you incorporate any kind of mathematical number or data in your words, you're moving towards a journey of data science.
Great, very well described. Okay, any final message for all the viewers, please?
Yes, and it's very close to my heart because me being a professor, dealing with these young kids all the time. What matters nowadays is empathy. Empathy is something that's not there in, I should not quote a number, but as per me, it's 99% of the people, because everyone is just running behind money. They're impatient. They don't have that Hindi word, if you're aware about thereof. They don't have that feel good factor. Oh, this is okay. I'm going to just stop for some time and I will relax and then I will start. Empathy is not there because we are not caring about others. We are just thinking that at some point in time, these are not going to be useful for me. But if you'll see, if you'll go back to the ancient time or to the Gurukul Padati, it's more about the collaboration. So one of my mentor actually says three words, which I also follow nowadays. That's about, it's three C's: caring, that's of utmost important, collaborative learning, and the creative growth. If you're not caring for someone, the life does not have any meaning. Collaborative learning is something you can learn from anyone. Right now, I'm learning from you. And when we say creative growth, it's not just about your academics or earning a degree, it's about how creatively you're growing. So, if you've stopped learning from anything, that means your life is moving towards a basis life. I should not say a basis life, but it has stopped evolving. So always be positive. That's my mantra. Always be positive, whatever kind of situation we have. We have to make sure that we are positive and we are hustling.
Yes, empathy is definitely most important thing people should carry nowadays. Thank you, Anshul. Thank you so much for your time.